We seldom come across two bikes that so closely resemble one another in almost every aspect, be it the performance, the handling, the build quality, the looks, the durability, and also the overall reliability. Though the Ninja 300 was the first to break the ice in the quarter-liter segment by racing ahead of the competition, Yamaha soon readied a weapon so well made and so well equipped that this fight for the top spot emerged to be a clash of the titans, with each of them trying to outwit and outsmart the other by doing almost everything right except for the pricing, which was a bit out of reach a few years back. Now in 2018, times have changed and so have people's mindsets who don't see the word called compromise in their dictionaries. Biking culture is currently trending and is the most happening thing around our nation, and now these two titans had to come up with a new strategy to bring back the spotlight where it truly belongs. Today, these two giants clash in one epic battle and only one will come out victorious. Who would it be? Let's find out. Welcome to my Comparo of the Yamaha R3 ABS versus the Ninja 300 ABS. Let's start with the design. The Ninja 300 has been a universal sweetheart with its design. I mean, it's so perfect from any angle you choose to look at it from. It's how the amazingly beautiful Gal Gadot perfectly fits into the Wonder Woman role. That's how picture perfect the Ninja 300 is when it comes to the design. The new blue color launched also seems to be garnering a lot of attention because it stands out as something different from the regulation Kawasaki green that everyone has been used to seeing on the streets. The twin headlamps, the fairing, the panels and the tail lamp, every design element just falls into place flawlessly, which is the hallmark of a beautiful design. Now talking about the R3, it does look good. Being a fully fed motorcycle, it offers great road presence. We also have the reverse slant dual headlamp setup up front and a gorgeous looking tail lamp at the back. The design language is sharper on the R3, but I somehow feel a sense of completeness is missing here. It looks good, but it doesn't look great or as perfectly proportionate as the Ninja 300. There are rumors doing rounds that the R3 is likely to get a Delta box frame and the R6 design language by next year. I really wish that this happens soon, because when it does, I'm sure that the R3 would be the hottest looking bike in the entire segment. But for now, I have to say my personal pick design wise is the Ninja 300. Next, let's look at the build quality. Kawasaki and Yamaha are two Japanese giants whose names go synonymous with quality, durability and reliability. So build quality and fit and finish wise, both are right up there with the best. I've done decent speeds on both the bikes and I can assure you that the panels are well fitted, so are the windscreens, such that there is no rattling or squeaking at high speeds. Talking about the windscreen, I feel the R3 scores a win here because it is better angled for you to easily duck behind it. It deflects the wind really well and it also blends perfectly well with the front fairing. Now the Ninja 300's windscreen is also good and it also blends well with the front fairing. The wind protection is also good, but the Ninja's windscreen is slightly shorter compared to that of the R3, so the R3 makes it more convenient for you to duck behind it compared to the Ninja. Next, the switchgear is of good quality on both the bikes. Talking about the speedo console, again the R3 scores another resounding victory here because the R3's speedo console gets a gear position indicator, average fuel economy and an engine temperature gauge, which the Ninja doesn't. Also, the digital display is more legible on the R3 compared to that of the Ninja, so we have the R3 fighting back hard now. Next, let's look at the equipment. Both the bikes now come with dual channel ABS as standard, which is a huge sigh of relief for both the Kawasaki as well as the Yamaha fanboys. But when we look at the disc brake sizes, the R3 gets a 298mm front disc, whereas the Ninja gets a 290mm front disc. But the point to note here is that the Ninja gets pedal discs at both ends that offer better heat dissipation and slightly better braking performance compared to conventional discs. So we have kind of a give and take situation here. Braking performance wise, both are equally impressive and confidence inspiring, but I have to say that I felt just a wee bit more confident slamming on the brakes really hard on the R3 R3 compared to the Ninja. Maybe it has to do with the fact that the R3 gets Metzeler tires as opposed to the MRF tires that the Ninja comes equipped with. I can't say that for sure, but still the R3 gave me a little more confidence to go really hard on the brakes compared to the Ninja. And yes, the R3 does get another major plus by offering Metzeler tires compared to the MRF tires that we get with the Ninja. But I have to say here that for daily use and highway rides, if you maintain appropriate tire pressure, MRF tires will serve you well and in fact offer longer life on Indian road conditions compared to the Metzelers or Pirellis. And the MRF tires also cost you less for replacement compared to the Metzelers or the Pirellis. It's only while trying out sharper lean angles on the track circuit that's where you see the difference clearly emerging, where Metzelers and Pirelli tires give you more confidence. So the choice of rubber boils down to the kind of usage you prefer with your bike. Another area where the R3 races ahead of the Ninja is the suspension department. The R3 gets chunky 41mm telescopic forks up front compared to the 37mm forks of the Ninja. This results in the R3 offering a better front end feel and greater confidence while doing higher speeds compared to the Ninja. The rear monoshock and the swing arm are just about perfect for both the bikes, and both the bikes offer excellent handling characteristics. Next, looking at the engine specs, powering the Ninja 300 is a 296cc parallel twin engine that puts out a max power of 39 PS at 11,000 RPM and a max torque of 27 Nm at 10,000 RPM. We get a 6-speed gearbox. Again, the R3 scores big in this section as well because powering the R3 is a 321cc inline 2-cylinder engine that puts out a max power of 42 PS at 10,750 RPM and a max torque of 29.6 Nm at 9,000 RPM. And we get a 6-speed gearbox. Taking these bikes out for a spin, both the bikes offer amazing refinement and a smooth and linear power delivery with no sudden rush of power. The bikes do offer aggression and intensity, but in a more composed and controlled manner compared to outright ferocity and the hooligan nature of the KTM bikes. The riding ergonomics are perfectly sorted out and extremely flexible for both the bikes in that you can use these bikes for daily commutes in the city, you can enjoy them thoroughly on the highways during the weekends, and also set the track circuits on fire at track day events. That's how amazingly versatile both of these bikes are, and this forms the strongest USP for both of these bikes. High-speed stability is outstanding in both the bikes, but again, my confidence level was slightly higher while pushing the R3 to its limits. The brakes are good on both the bikes thanks to dual-channel ABS being featured on both, but R3's brakes offered slightly better feel compared to the Ninja. The suspension is again good on both the bikes and holds up well at higher speeds, but the R3 offers a better front-end feel because of the 41mm front forks compared to the 37mm forks of the Ninja. The seats are well cushioned on both the bikes, and both the bikes offer adequate room for the rider to push back and duck behind the windscreen while shooting through the empty straights. All in all, the acceleration and riding pleasure that both of these bikes offer is completely satisfying and puts a nice and wide smile on your face. Mileage wise, I am told that we can expect anything around 28 to 30 kmpl from both of these bikes if ridden sensibly, which makes it kind of even Stevens, I guess. Now coming to the price, this is one area where the Ninja 300 shines brighter than the morning star. Being priced at 2.98 lakhs ex-showroom, it undercuts the price of the R3 by nearly 50 grand, which is huge, especially when you consider the fact that it offers just as much a pleasurable riding experience as the R3. It comes close to matching the R3 in every department, be it braking, suspension, comfort, performance, or even build quality, and yet it costs so less that you can spend the remaining amount in procuring some quality riding gear for yourself. Also, the R3 is not readily available and it is plagued with some waiting period issues, whereas the Ninja 300 is now more readily available. Another important point to note here is the after-sales service. The good thing about Kawasaki is that it is an all-exclusive premium brand with only higher capacity bikes upwards of 300cc being available, so the service technicians and the care administered for your bike feels more reassuring. But when we look at the R3, it's all mixed up with the mass market products, and though there is a specialized technician for big bikes, it's all done under one roof, so you don't get that satisfying feel of your bike getting some special attention. So what's my verdict? I feel the Ninja 300 wins the price battle and therefore also wins the value for money battle by doing almost everything just as well as the R3 and yet costing less. But if you don't mind paying a little extra to get the perfect 300cc bike, and if you prefer the exclusivity factor because we don't see many R3s out there, you might as well go ahead with the Yamaha R3. But trust me, whatever be your choice, you cannot go wrong with both of these bikes because both of them are truly a class apart and both are champions of their own accord. Well, that's pretty much it for now. I just hope you found this video useful. Until next time, this is Dino saying ciao. Take care, God bless, and ride safe.